The four cardinal heroes are a group of ordinary men from modern-day Japan, summoned to the kingdom of Malaroka to become saviors. Malaroka is a country plagued by the wave of catastrophes that have been repeatedly ravaging the lands and brought disasters to its citizens for centuries. The four heroes are respectively bestowed a sword, spear, bow, and a shield to banish these waves. Nafumi Ikoda, and Itaku becomes cursed with the fate of being the shield hero. Armed only a messy sealed, Nafumu is being entitled and ridiculed by his fellow heroes in the kingdom due to his weak offensive capabilities and lackluster personality. When the heroes are proven with resources and comrades to train with, Nafumu sets out with the only person willing to train alongside him, Malfi Malkaro, whom he is soon betrayed by her, however, and becomes falsely accused of taking advantage of her. Nafu then becomes heavily discriminated against and hated by the people of Malroka for something he didn't do. With a raging storm of hurt and mistrust in his heart, Nafu begins his journey of strengthening himself and his reputation. Further along, however, the difficulty of being on his own sets in, so Nafu invites a demi-human slave on the verge of death named Raphaelia to accompany him on his travels. As the way approach the kingdom, Nafumi and Raphaelia must fight for survival as the kingdom protect the people of Malkare from their ill-fated future. This anime has about 25 episodes. It premiered January 9, 2019 to June 26, 2019. It is based off a light novel. It's action, adventure, drama, and fantasy. Each episode is 12 minutes per episode, rated PG-13. And it just came out with a second and third season. The second and third season have been announced late in 2022 to late 2023. So it is exciting to have a second and third season to go along with this amazing, wonderful series. And let's get started into the review. I like how we have like our main protagonist here, like the MC, and he's sadly saddled with the title Shield Hero, hence the title of the anime. I think what's also really interesting about this, like how much people hate on the defense of a shield, when a shield can do a whole lot of stuff. But that being said, with him being placed, in this universe, in this new world, where each of the heroes are given a particular weapon to defend themselves in this country where Nafumu is faced with not only a treatment of being disrespected from someone and being branded as a hero, but also like getting to don this shield in the society where it's very corrupt, and he's forced to fight for people who hate him for something that he was falsely accused that he didn't really do. And with him striving to be on his own, there's a lot of trials and tribulations that he has to go through to prove his self-worth and to fix the reputation that has been ruined off someone else lying. Now, going through this, I enjoyed the whole character building of all the characters that you encounter in this series, and the storytelling, but also you deal with a lot of harsh reality in that particular era and fantasy, where you see one degrading thing after another, slavery in particular, power, corruption, the whole there is that one stereotype of lolly that's in there, but intensely they're not written bad, for once. And for Nafumi, who's a Taki, who gets ripped from his minor Japan and thrown to a new world, to save a fantasy world. And for them, these characters don't think this is a game. I don't think this is real life to them. And Asumi feels to him as a game. So he tries to be very careful how he words things, because they think this is honed into him. It's just a fantasy video game that he's just been transported to. So I think, when you're watching him trying to build up himself with his new companion, I think you see the relationship develop, and you see all their backstories, all the hardships that they've all been through. And I think, when you look at the turns each of the moments, you think, all the dealings of these innocent people getting tricked, the slavery, the basically genocide of one human race, and then the demi-humans who kind of worship the shield hero. I feel like you see that that's the only group of people that have really faith in the shield hero as a whole. And I think overall, while Natsumi's being ripped apart and with his reputation trying to build it back up, I think overall the story goes in circles. People accusing the shield heroes, and the cycle kind of repeats itself over and over again, and then these allegations are set against the shield hero, it doesn't stop him from achieving more, trying to prove his innocent, and the people that he's encountered, helps that growth and show that he's going to strive to clear his name no matter what the people think of him. But I think overall, the strong storytelling does help, adapt that, because it is 12 episodes, and each episode is 20 minutes. I think it just dealt with the pacing of the story that works really well with this anime, that shows that he's trying his darnest to make sure that his name is clear, because he's not going to go down without a fight. And from everyone that the lie they believe was a lie to begin with, and they all owe him an apology, like a big apology. But definitely check out the Rising of Shield Hero album already. I am excited for season 2 and season 3 to see where, the next step where these characters lead off to and to see what adventures they can get into next. But definitely check out Shield Hero. If you haven't already, I am excited to see what season 2, season 3 brings to the story and how will they the ante and what new enemies and obstacles will stand in their way along with these characters and returning characters and also maybe new characters that might be added to the group. So we'll see where our heroes are left off next as they travel on to their next journey. But until then, hope to see y'all real soon for another great anime review. Until then, bye.